Speed lovers, buckle up. Today, we're diving into the ultimate adrenaline rush, the top 10 fastest coupes in the world for 2025. From sleek, cutting-edge electric beasts to mind-blowing hypercars that shatter speed limits, this list will take you from pretty fast to hold onto your seat insane. Every car here is a masterpiece of engineering, pushing the boundaries of what's possible on four wheels. If you're ready to feel the thrill of pure performance, stick around. You won't believe which one tops the chart. Before we jump in, don't forget to smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe with the bell on so you never miss our next high-octane countdown. Let's hit the road. 10. Pagani Huayra. We begin our countdown with a name that commands both respect and awe. The Pagani Huayra. This isn't just a car, it's the perfect marriage between art and science, speed and soul. The Huayra takes its name from Huayratata, the ancient Andean god of wind. And if gods ever had a chariot on Earth, this would be it. With a top speed of around 238 miles per hour, that's roughly 383 kilometers per hour. This Italian hypercoupe doesn't just travel fast, it travels beautifully. Its carbon titanium monocoque is lighter than your expectations and stronger than your doubts. Every aerodynamic detail has a purpose. The active flaps that rise and tilt at speed, the perfectly sculpted side mirrors inspired by a woman's eye, the vents that channel air as precisely as a maestro conducting an orchestra. Nothing is accidental. Every shape is deliberate. Power comes from a handcrafted 6.0-liter twin-turbo V12 built by Mercedes-AMG exclusively for Pagani. It delivers over 700 horsepower and an ocean of torque, launching the Huayra with a kind of acceleration that makes the horizon rush toward you like a tidal wave. The exhaust note isn't just noise, it's a metallic symphony, a battle cry that announces you long before you arrive. Step inside, and you're not in a car. You're in a gallery of obsessive craftsmanship. The exposed titanium gear shifter is a kinetic sculpture, the switchgear milled from solid aluminum. The seats wrapped in hand-stitched leather, so soft it almost melts under your fingertips. This isn't minimalism. This is maximalist passion, where engineering precision meets emotional design. The Huayra is not the fastest car on our list, but it is perhaps the most poetic. It doesn't just aim to break records, it aims to make you feel. And in a world where speed is often measured in cold numbers, the Pagani Huayra proves that true performance is as much about the heart as it is about the stopwatch. 9. Koenigsegg Regera. At number 9, we enter the world of Swedish engineering brilliance with the Koenigsegg Regera, a car that refuses to play by the rules of traditional performance. While most hypercars chase speed with a conventional multi-gear transmission, the Regera dares to be different. It introduces the groundbreaking Koenigsegg Direct Drive (KDD) system, eliminating the need for a traditional gearbox altogether. The result? Power is delivered straight from engine to wheels with no interruptions, no shift delays, just a relentless surge of acceleration that feels almost otherworldly. The heart of the Regera is a 5.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8, producing a monstrous 1,100 horsepower on its own. But Koenigsegg didn't stop there. They added 3 electric motors, boosting total output to a staggering 1,500 horsepower and 1,475 lb-ft of torque. This hybrid system isn't about saving fuel. It's about bending the laws of physics. The instant torque from the electric motors fills in every millisecond of the power band, making acceleration brutally seamless. From a standstill to 250 miles per hour, the Regera doesn't just climb, it rockets. Top speed? Around 250 miles per hour, 402 kilometers per hour, achieved with an ease that's almost unsettling. There's no frantic gear hunting, no engine screaming for mercy. Just a smooth, continuous wave of speed that builds and builds until the world outside your windshield blurs into streaks of color. From the outside, the Regera wears a shape honed by both science and artistry. Koenigsegg's signature dihedral synchrohelix doors swing upward like the wings of a futuristic insect, revealing a cabin lined in leather, carbon fiber, and aluminum. Every surface feels like it was carved with intention. every control placed with obsessive precision. It's as much a luxury grand tourer as it is a hypercar, capable of crossing continents in comfort, if you can resist the temptation to unleash all of its fury. The name Regera means to reign in Swedish, and that's exactly what this car does on the open road. It rules not through brute force alone, but through innovation, proving that the future of extreme performance isn't just about raw horsepower, but about rethinking the way power reaches the pavement. In the Regera, you don't just drive fast, you experience speed in its purest, most uninterrupted form. 8. McLaren Speedtail. Sliding into number 8 is a machine that looks like it slipped through a tear in time. The McLaren Speedtail. At first glance, it doesn't seem to belong to the present. Its impossibly long tail, seamless curves, and flowing silhouette feel more like something from a 2050 concept sketch than a car you can drive today. But make no mistake, this is McLaren's fastest road car ever, a technological marvel capable of hitting 251 miles per hour, 403 kilometers per hour. Under that sculpted carbon fiber skin lies a hybrid powertrain built around a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, paired with an electric motor, combining for a total of 1,035 horsepower. The way it delivers that power is almost serene, not the violent lurch you expect from a hypercar, but a relentless, turbine-like pull that builds and builds until the speedometer numbers stop feeling real. The aerodynamics are so refined that the Speedtail remains eerily stable even as it sails past 200 miles per hour, gliding through the air like a bullet slicing through silk. Step inside, and you immediately realize this is no ordinary McLaren. The driver's seat sits in the center of the cabin, flanked by 2 passenger seats set slightly back, a deliberate homage to the legendary McLaren F1. This layout gives you perfect symmetry and visibility, making the experience feel less like driving a car and more like piloting a fighter jet. Every control is positioned overhead or within arm's reach, with touchscreens replacing most traditional buttons for a clean, futuristic cockpit. The attention to detail is staggering, from the electrochromic glass roof that can darken at the push of a button to the active rear ailerons that subtly flex with the airflow. Even the wheels are partly covered to reduce drag, a reminder that in the Speedtail, every design choice serves the singular goal of velocity. The McLaren Speedtail isn't just about chasing numbers. It's about redefining what a Hyper GT can be. A car that blends mind-bending performance with the comfort and elegance of a grand tourer. You could, in theory, cross a continent in it, though at the speeds it's capable of, that trip might take less time than brewing your morning coffee. At 251 miles per hour, the Speedtail doesn't just get you there, it makes the journey unforgettable. 7. Aston Martin Valkyrie. At number 7, we step into the realm where Formula One technology meets road-going reality. The Aston Martin Valkyrie. This is not just a car, it's a science experiment in speed, born from a collaboration between Aston Martin and Red Bull Advanced Technologies. The goal? To build the closest thing to a street-legal F1 car the world has ever seen. And they've succeeded spectacularly. The Valkyrie's heart is a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 developed by Cosworth, an engine that revs to a dizzying 11,100 RPM and produces over 1,000 horsepower on its own. But Aston Martin didn't stop there. A hybrid system adds another 160 horsepower, bringing the total output to a mind-warping 1,160 horsepower. The result is a top speed of around 250 miles per hour, 402 kilometers per hour, and acceleration so savage it compresses your chest and blurs your vision. Every inch of the Valkyrie's body is sculpted for aerodynamic perfection. There's no wasted space. The underfloor Venturi tunnels are so extreme they practically suck the car to the asphalt, generating over 4,000 pounds of downforce at high speed. Standing next to it, you can see daylight through the massive gaps in the side profile, proof of how radically the airflow is managed. It's not a design for beauty alone, it's functional aggression in carbon fiber form. Step inside the cockpit, and you'll find yourself in a space so tight and purposeful it makes a fighter jet feel roomy. The seating position is reclined, legs raised, hands gripping a steering wheel packed with controls and digital displays. It's not designed for convenience, it's designed for connection, making you feel like part of the machine. The minimal weight, just over 1,000 kilograms, means every input, every twitch of your foot or hands, translates instantly into motion. The Valkyrie isn't a grand tourer. It's not meant to coddle you with luxury or cruise quietly through city streets. It's a road legal weapon, a visceral no-compromise answer to the question, what if we built an F1 car you could drive on the highway? At 250 miles per hour, it doesn't just deliver speed, it delivers an experience so intense, so unfiltered, that it will leave your heart racing long after you've stepped out of the driver's seat. 6. Rimac Nevera. At number 6, we shift gears, or rather, abandon gears entirely, and step into the future of speed. This is the Rimac Nevera, an all-electric hypercar from Croatia that proves silence can be just as intimidating as the roar of a V12. Named after a powerful Mediterranean storm, the Nevera delivers on that name with instant, relentless force that leaves even seasoned drivers stunned. Underneath its sleek carbon fiber skin lies a quad motor setup, one electric motor for each wheel, combining to produce an astonishing 1,914 horsepower and 1,740 lb-ft of torque. That's not a typo. This is raw, instantaneous power that can catapult the Nevera from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 1.74 seconds. Faster than you can read the sentence. And it doesn't stop there. With a top speed of 256 miles per hour, 412 kilometers per hour, it's one of the very few electric cars in history to break into the top ranks of the world's fastest coupes. The way the Nevera delivers this speed is unlike any gasoline-powered machine. There's no turbo lag, no gear shifts, no build-up, just an immediate, almost violent surge the moment you press the accelerator. The torque vectoring system monitors and adjusts power at each wheel 100 times per second, giving you cornering ability that feels like bending the laws of physics in your favor. Inside, the Nevera is every bit as futuristic as its performance suggests. The cabin blends high-tech minimalism with Croatian craftsmanship, featuring digital displays that can be configured for road or track use, and materials chosen to balance weight savings with luxury. You're cocooned in a space that's quiet enough to hear your own heartbeat until you launch it and the world outside becomes a blur. What makes the Rimac Nevera so remarkable isn't just that it's electric. It's that it proves electric cars can be every bit as thrilling, maybe even more so, than their combustion-powered rivals. It's a storm you can summon with your right foot, a force of nature that doesn't just keep pace with the legends of speed, but challenges them head-on. And at 256 miles per hour, it's clear. The future has arrived, and it's faster than ever. 5. Hennessy Venom F5. Cracking into our top 5 is a car that exists for one singular purpose: to chase the mythical 300 miles per hour barrier. This is the Hennessy Venom F5, an American-built hypercar with a name inspired by the most powerful tornado classification, the F5. And just like its meteorological namesake, the Venom F5 is a force of nature that leaves devastation in its wake. Under the sculpted carbon fiber body lies an engine that defies belief, a 6.6-liter twin-turbocharged V8 nicknamed Fury. It produces an earth-shattering 1,817 horsepower and 1,193 lb-ft of torque. Numbers so extreme they sound almost fictional. But the Venom F5 is very real, and when you put your foot down, it feels like being launched from a catapult straight into the horizon. With a targeted top speed of 311 miles per hour, 500 kilometers per hour, this car isn't just competing with the fastest in the world. It's hunting for the crown. The design is a masterclass in aerodynamic efficiency. Every vent, every curve, every millimeter of its teardrop-shaped body has been engineered to slice through the air with as little resistance as possible. The chassis is made entirely from carbon fiber, keeping weight to just 1,360 kilograms, which means the power-to-weight ratio is simply outrageous, more than 1,300 horsepower per ton. Inside, the Venom F5 strips away unnecessary distractions. It's minimal, purposeful, and laser-focused on the act of driving. The cockpit is lined with exposed carbon fiber. The steering wheel is inspired by a fighter jet's yoke, and the view out over the long, sculpted hood reminds you that this is not a car for casual Sunday drives. It's a machine built to shatter records and push the limits of human courage. Hennessy's goal with the Venom F5 was not just to build a fast car, it was to build a car that could rewrite history. And whether it's on a closed runway or a high-speed proving ground, the Venom F5 carries the raw, untamed spirit of American performance engineering. At full throttle, it doesn't just go fast, it makes the rest of the world stand still. 4. SSC Tuatara. At number 4, we have one of the most controversial and talked about hypercars of the decade, the SSC Tuatara. Born in Richland, Washington, this American engineering marvel was designed with one singular mission: to be the fastest production car in the world. And while debates have swirled around its top speed claims, there's no denying the Tuatara is a masterpiece of speed-focused design. The name Tuatara comes from a rare New Zealand reptile known for its incredibly fast molecular evolution, a fitting metaphor for a car that pushes automotive evolution to the absolute limit. Beneath its razor-sharp, aerodynamically sculpted body lies a 5.9-liter twin-turbocharged V8, hand-built to produce an insane 1,750 horsepower on E85 fuel, or 1,350 horsepower on regular pump gas. Paired with a feather-light carbon fiber monocoque and an ultra-slippery drag coefficient of just 0.279, the Tuatara was born to slice through the air with surgical precision. In 2020, SSC shocked the automotive world with a top speed claim of 331 miles per hour during a Nevada run, a figure that later faced scrutiny and sparked intense debate among enthusiasts. However, in a subsequent verified run in 2022, the Tuatara still managed an eye-watering 295 miles per hour average, making it one of the fastest road-legal coupes ever to touch tarmac. The Tuatara's design is pure aerodynamic obsession. The low, pointed nose channels air cleanly over the cockpit and toward an extended tail section, while active aero elements adjust in real time to balance downforce and stability. From some angles, it looks less like a car and more like a land speed record jet with wheels. Inside, the cockpit is surprisingly minimalistic. A digital cluster relays speed, gear, and telemetry data with absolute clarity, because at 300 miles per hour, every fraction of a second matters. The seating position is low and snug, giving you the feeling of being part of the machine rather than just a passenger behind the wheel. The SSC Tuatara isn't about luxury, and it's not about everyday drivability. It's about chasing a dream, the dream of being the fastest. And whether or not it ultimately claims the official title, it's earned a place among the rare breed of cars that have redefined the boundaries of speed. At nearly 300 miles per hour, the Tuatara doesn't just break records, it dares to bend reality itself. 3. Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus. Taking the number 3 spot is a name that has become synonymous with speed, luxury, and engineering excellence. The Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus. This is the car that shattered one of the most iconic speed barriers in automotive history, breaking past the elusive 300 miles per hour mark and cementing itself as a modern legend. In August 2019, on the Aero-Leschen test track in Germany, Bugatti test driver Andy Wallace pushed a heavily optimized Chiron variant to an officially recorded top speed of 304.773 miles per hour, 490.484 kilometers per hour. The achievement sent shockwaves through the car world, making the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus the first production car to break that magical 300 miles per hour threshold. This wasn't just a win for Bugatti. It was a statement to the world that the limits of physics could be stretched further than most believe possible. Powering this beast is Bugatti's iconic 8.0-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine, tuned to produce a staggering 1,577 horsepower. The aerodynamics were reworked specifically for this speed run. A longer, more tapered tail section, nicknamed the Longtail, reduces drag, while a fixed rear wing and reprofiled air intakes keep the car glued to the track at speeds where even small turbulence could spell disaster. From the driver's seat, the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus is a masterclass in controlled violence. At full throttle, the acceleration is relentless, but the stability is almost unnerving, a testament to Bugatti's obsession with refinement even at the bleeding edge of performance. The cockpit surrounds you with fine leather, polished metals, and carbon fiber, reminding you that this is still a Bugatti, a car built to deliver luxury at 60 miles per hour and history-making velocity at 300. The exclusivity of this machine only adds to its mystique. Just 30 units of the Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus were built, each carrying a price tag north of $3.9 million. Owning one isn't just about possessing a hypercar. It's about owning a piece of automotive history, a symbol of human ambition and engineering audacity. At 304 miles per hour, the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus doesn't just dominate the road. It rewrites the rulebook. It's the perfect marriage of elegance and extreme performance, proving once again that Bugatti doesn't simply chase records, it sets them. Zero-liter twin-turbo V8, producing up to 1,600 horsepower. Paired with the revolutionary light-speed transmission, it's engineered purely for speed. With a drag coefficient of just 0.278 and an elongated wingless tail, the Jesko Absolute is designed to slice through the air like a bullet. Koenigsegg claims it could hit 330 miles per hour, 531 kilometers per hour, in perfect conditions, a number that, if proven, would make it the fastest road car ever. Whether or not it reaches that in reality, one thing is certain. This Swedish missile is speed distilled to its purest form. 1. SSC Tuatara. Claiming the top spot is the SSC Tuatara, the American hypercar that turned the world's head with its mind-bending performance. Powered by a 5.9-liter twin-turbo V8, producing up to 1,750 horsepower. The Tuatara was built with one mission: pure, unrelenting speed. In a verified 2022 run, it hit an average of 295 miles per hour, 475 kilometers per hour, making it the fastest officially recorded road legal coupe today. With an ultra-low drag design and aerospace level,